How do you remove the inherent bureaucracy that's destroying the donut industry? Just cut out the middle, man. How to get us out from the welfare mess that we got ourselves into, a mess for the best of motives but very worst of results. Something called negative income tax, first proposed by Juliette Rees-Williams, and later popularized by Milton Friedman, could be the answer. Instead of creating a bureaucratic mess of public housing, food stamps, Medicaid, and other programs that produce bad results and waste most of the resources, we need to give the poor what they need the most: money. But how do we do that without destroying their incentive to work? After all, if someone paid me money to do nothing, why would I ever spend countless hours working? We must note that the current system not only destroys the incentive to work, it also makes it difficult for a person who wants to work to get a job. Suppose you are receiving welfare and a job opportunity comes around that pays slightly higher than what you are receiving now, and let's say it's a job you are willing to take. If you begin working, your welfare benefits will no longer be available, and if you lose that job a month later for whatever reason, it will take you another month or two to start receiving welfare benefits again. This makes you turn down many job opportunities that you would take otherwise. Under the negative income tax, everyone would have a non-taxable amount of income. Let's say $5,000 as an example. If you earn $6,000, you have a positive income of $1,000 on which you would pay tax just like today. Let's say you earn $4,000, which means you have a negative income of $1,000 and you would receive a fraction of $1,000 in subsidy. For ease of arithmetic, let's use 50%. Now, if you have no income, you would receive $2,500, 50% of $5,000. So, if a job comes around that earns you $2,000, you would be better off by taking it because you will earn $2,000 on the job, have a negative income of $3,000, which means you would receive another $1,500 from welfare. Your total earnings will be $3,500 rather than $2,500 if you were to stay home. Let's say a job comes around that pays you $5,000. You will be at a break-even point where you would pay no tax or receive a subsidy. Compare this to today's situation where if you have an income of $1,000, your benefits will get reduced by $1,000 or you might lose support altogether in some cases. Negative income tax would also get rid of all the regimentation done by welfare workers that have to spy on beneficiaries of these programs to make sure they are spending an X amount of money on food, X amount of money on housing, and so on. Additionally, it would allow people to get off welfare gradually. The reason we have the number of people dependent on welfare benefits so high is because we've made it difficult for them to get off the system. They need a very safe, high-paying job which might not come around for a long time. The basic difference between negative income tax and universal basic income is that universal basic income is a gap-filling program. If you have zero income, this is how much you will receive. That reduces the incentive of the person to earn money to zero. The beauty of negative income tax is that one is better off and will earn more by taking a job. It also weakens the incentive by 50%, and if we were starting from scratch, we might be adding to the problem, but we are not starting from scratch. Negative income tax is possibly the best transition mechanism to get us out of the welfare mess. The main obstacle of getting it enacted is the welfare bureaucracy. All those government workers would lose their jobs. Right now, we have the bureaucrats spending Mr. A's money on Mr. C, and there is a big waste happening in the middle. By giving the poor money rather than these various program benefits would allow them to spend money however they like, which would greatly decrease the waste and would get rid of all the bureaucratic regimentation. I hope you are having a nice day. Feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos, and remember to work hard and pay your taxes. Thousands of bureaucrats and welfare recipients depend on it.